consecutive shutouts, 23 unanswered runs.
I've never seen anything in my lifetime, honestly, as impressive as this is. And certainly if they continue that, it's a pretty obvious what's going to happen. But in that shutout streak and how important that's been in elimination, their offense was that good. And they're good enough to win a game by themselves. But when you don't give up a run and you do this, that makes you the favorites that they were always spent to be in the beginning of the season. And they've been really good with runners in scoring position.
As yesterday was ugly for the Mets, and it's the worst they've played in a couple weeks. This is the part of the series where they feel like it's in their advantage with the way they have the starting pitchers lined up. It gets going today with Sean Manaea, who, John, has been one of the best pitchers around the last couple months.
The Dodgers, I think of you. Great competitor.
I'm old, man. I've been here so long.
I know, right? I know. Great competitor. I mean, it's incredible. Not being able to be performing in this playoff. How you excited, man? How mentally you feel?
Yeah, mentally I feel great. You know, and I had shoulder surgery last off season, and my shoulder and elbow and everything, my arm feels great. Obviously I had some tough luck with my foot this year, but you know, I want to make use of the surgery. You know, I don't want to have surgery and then shut it down. So, you know, I'm going to come back next year and give it a go and, you know, see how it goes.
Well, personally, we all know how you feel because we've all been in situations where we've missed almost an entire season through injury. So we hope you get back sooner rather than later. Like Kevin said, the Dodgers are not the same when you're not on the field pitching.
Kirsch, you've had an incredible seat to one of the most unique players of any generation in Shohei Ohtani. Now, we know about his dog. We know pretty much everything. Tell us and the national audience at home something about Ohtani that we do not know.
He probably doesn't know it either.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, the one thing I can say about Shohei is that I really love being his teammate. You know, I think, you know, with any free agent coming in, with any superstar free agent coming in, you really just don't know the personality. Obviously, you know guys from other teams. You ask a bunch of guys, hey, what's Shohei like? Hey, what's Shohei like? But until you've been in a clubhouse with him and get to hang out, you don't really know, you know, until you get in that setting. And so I can't say enough good things about the clubhouse presence that he has, about his diligence, his work ethic we've all heard about, you know, but him getting along with the guys and being in there and hanging out, and actually pretty funny to talk to and hang out. It's been a blast, and he's just been a great add to our team.
So he's fluent in English.
All right. Yeah, exactly. Well, we kind of knew that. He's sneaky with that, no doubt.
Mets 7-3 winners over the Dodgers, and well, you guys have been good. You've been predicting a lot of things right, and you talked about getting on the board early, Alex, and how important that would be. Well, the Mets did it the very first batter of the game, and it set the tone, didn't it?
It was so important after the bloodbath here last night, which we left here pretty night, to come back early and have their best player and catalyst, Lindor, setting the tone and say to the Dodgers, not so fast. This series is a series, and it started with his home run, and of course, Sean Manaea was through a gem. He was beautiful.
Incredible. Absolutely. You know, they look extremely weird yesterday during the game. They look like they have no energy. Nothing was going on. A couple of errors. You know, pitching wise was all over the place. But today, I think Lindor coming in and setting the tone for them, it got everybody going on the lineup.
Yeah, I think this boils down to the Mets mindset. Say we talked about last night. At this point in the season, it doesn't make a difference whether you lose 9-0 or 1-0. A loss is a loss and a win is a win. And they were able to bounce back. However ugly it did look last night, they were able to bounce back, and now we have a series.
Yeah, really did. Manaea, we just talked to him on Fox, just absolutely outstanding, giving the Mets exactly what they needed. Some of the best approach against Shohei Ohtani that we've seen all year. I mean, really impressive against him. It's rare. If you look at the video here, if you could take the viewers through what your mindset and your approach was to Shohei today.
I mean, really, you know, like the weird arm angle stuff. I mean, for lefties, I got to imagine it's pretty hard, but you know, that slider right there, you know, just put it into you know, the back of his mind that, you know, I could throw it, and then just attacking him with heaters. And I think that really set up this the second AB. You know, we really just went fastball, and you know, I think, you know, having that slider in the back of his head, you know, really caused some doubt. So I mean, I don't know, but I'm just assuming that. So yeah, that was crazy, and yeah, really happy that
that weird thing is working, by the way. So keep it going.
That's right, keep going.
What impressed you the most about Manaea today, and how important was it for him to get through at least 5 after using a lot of relief pitchers early last night?
Yeah, I thought he was really good. The one thing, he was on not only getting ahead, but staying on the attack, you know, and like perfect example, the way he went after Ohtani, you know, the first couple of at-bats. I thought everything was working, whether it was the fastball, the changeup, the sweeper, but he made pitches, you know, in the zone. He stayed in the attack. They control the strike zone. As a team, they don't chase. So not only you have to get ahead, but you have to execute in the zone to be able to get them. Yeah, it was important for him to go to the sixth, even though after the first couple of walks, gets a ground ball and we didn't make a play. But it was really good for Manaea today.
You know, when you talk about Manaea needing to execute in the zone against this team, the first at bat, you don't see Shohei Ohtani that late on a fastball, basically right down the middle that often. What did that one swing tell you about how Sean's stuff was coming out and looking today?
It's a tough at bat. It's a different look. He's, you know, across his body, especially left on left, low arm slot, and it's hard to pick it up. And when you see one of the best hitters in the game take pitches like that, and then the way he swung for strike three, the second at bat, I think it's like, man, he's having a hard time seeing him. I don't think you see Ohtani look that way too often, but that's what Sean does. It's a tough look, and I'm just glad that he was able to give us a chance to win a game today.
What did you see from Ohtani tonight or today?
I thought he didn't look comfortable versus Manaea. The heater's away. You can see he was just kind of trying to keep the ball away from Shohei. That's what they're going to do. Shohei's very good with the ball close to him. So they're just going to, you know, stay away, hard away, and if it's spin, it's going to be away. Just didn't feel comfortable. And then after that, I thought the righties that came in, you know, they weren't about to give in too many. At least he took his walks.
I mean, given the fact, right, he's, I think, 0 for 19 now with the bases empty, right, and getting guys on base, they have to challenge him a little bit more. Any thought into moving him down the order?
Not really. You know, I think that, you know, as far as on the offensive side, I think we've been pretty good offensively. I think the guys at the bottom have been doing a nice job of getting on base. You know, and as far as moving them down, I just don't want to be too reactive. I don't really see the benefit. We got to just make sure that our guys are just still swinging the bat well. And quite frankly, I want Shohei to get 5 at-bats a game. You know, so I think he's our best here, and I want him up there 5 times.
Mets and Dodgers, Citi Field about to be pretty electric. And we can't wait here, and we look forward to this Game 3. And what are you looking forward to, Derek? What are we going to see?
I tell you what, they haven't announced who's starting yet. I'm going to make the assumption that it's Severino, and what I'm looking forward to is watching him pitch at Citi Field. I mean, this is a guy that's been in the big games. He's been in the spotlight on the other side of town for the Yankees. He's not intimidated. He's going to go out there and pitch a good game. So I'm looking forward to that.
I'm looking for the Dodgers offensively to come through once again. I mean, they face a tough left-handed pitcher today, and Manaea did an outstanding job, especially keeping those left-handed batter, keeping them away from the bat, from getting on base, getting hits. Ohtani didn't look too good today. He was off, absolutely off. But they had to turn on the engine back in New York before they come back here.
You know, I'm looking for Buehler to give him some length. Look, the bullpen game was a disaster today. It works sometimes here and there, but it's not a championship formula. Starting pitching matters, and you have to have it. And it's a tall task, Kevin, to ask a cast of characters to piece together 9 innings when there's so much recourse at stake.
ご視聴ありがとうございました。チャンネル登録と高評価よろしくお願いします。